Hey guys, hope you're all having an amazing day so far, and let's get right into another recap. So, looking at the thumbnail, it was a pretty decent red day today. I was down $63 on TQQQ, if you guys saw that, and I'm down $77 on SQQQ. So overall, our account is only down $14. Very blessed for that because our swing trades picked up for it. But as far as day trading goes, I was red today on both of the ETFs I traded. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through that with you guys right now. So right around here was when the market opened up down here closer to the bottom VWAP this morning. And as you guys can tell, it was a nice and bullish day today. The market did keep making these higher highs and higher lows, right? Anytime it pulled back, anytime it found some type of resistance and tried to pull back, the lows it had here would obviously be a lot higher, right, than the lows it previously had. And same with the highs. The highs would just be getting higher and higher. So as far as where I went wrong today, my biggest mistake was I kept trying to get into SQQQ thinking that the market was going to fall and sell off, only for the NASDAQ to find higher lows and fake me out. So that obviously kept happening, and today I did a horrible job going with direction on the day. I always tell you guys how important it is to go with direction, and today I found myself trying to predict the bottom, like I always say you should definitely avoid to do, and I got smacked in the face for it, right? Today I definitely learned the lesson of why that practice is just something I should be doing. And yeah, so I just want to go ahead and walk through with you guys. So when the market opened up, we did start finding some form of support right around here at the bottom VWAP, but if you notice, there are still some red candles mixed in there, so the market was really trying to decide whether it wanted to pick up or start to sell off more, right? So I initially thought the market was going to start selling off because it was falling and it was trending below the middle VWAP here and the bottom VWAP, right? So I basically want to do my part in going with what I thought was going to be the direction of the day, and I bought in, averaged in, only to get flushed out by this big change of reversal. And what ended up happening for me was, like I just told you guys, I would basically get in at the exact worst time you would want to for an SQ's play. Let's say right around up here the market started to sell off. I didn't start getting into SQQQ until I saw the NASDAQ break below this blue EMA line here. And the reason for that was because I just wanted to wait for a little more confirmation that the NASDAQ was going to try and sell off. But I found myself repeatedly today buying into SQQQ as it broke out, and as it started to sell off more, I would average in heavy, only to get caught in these big green candles, and that would really just be higher lows, right? If you look at it, the lows kept becoming higher and the NASDAQ kept pushing up. So I didn't want to accept that the market wanted to keep going up. I kept trying to predict the bottom and literally just kept falling for that same mistake on SQs. Basically, anytime it started to fall, I'd get into SQs, average in, only to get flushed out. And I ended up losing my money on TQQQ on the day because I decided to start getting in, but by then it was already too late, right? I decided to start getting in once I started seeing this change of direction, right? That it really wanted to go and not sell off like that, right? And then basically I would buy into TQs and it would just keep going south for me, only to eventually keep going higher, right? I would get faked out on TQQQs. I would sell out when it broke below the blue EMA line because I thought it was going to be the one time it fell. That never happened, and I kept losing my money. So today definitely lost my money all off of stubbornness and refusing to go with direction on the day. I kept trying to trade against it, even though all the signs were showing that it did want to keep going, right? The NASDAQ, although it did fall below this blue EMA line here, it did do a great job of bouncing back up, and it did form these higher lows here. So it was just repeating that process, even though it did find some forms of choppiness or resistance. Ultimately kept following this pattern, and I should have gone with it. I really just should have paid attention to it and not try to predict the bottom. So I hope you guys learned that lesson and you don't have to pay it yourself, right? I lost $140 on today. Just today, and that's pretty bummy, but that's basically puts me broken even on the week because I was fortunate enough to be green on Monday and Tuesday. So yeah, just really looking to not have a day like this. I need to manage my risk. Today at one point I was actually down $60 only, and I was already gonna be looking to call it because I just knew it wasn't my day, right? I took a lot of red trades to get me down 60, and I probably should have known better. And this is what happens when you overtrade and you don't go with direction. So just keep that in mind, guys, and make sure to make an example of this, and yeah, just learn something from it. Maybe it's always in your best interest to be going with direction on the day. No matter how overbought you think something is, it can always keep going, right? Don't ever try and really predict the bottom. Just go with what the market's telling you. Alright guys, thank you guys all so much for this little recap here. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. I'm very excited for that. Take care.